in front of the cherry trees as we patiently wait for them to hit peak bloom.
We say patiently because they're at stage 5.
Yeah.
We need 70% of the trees out here to reach their peak before we can call it peak bloom. So you know what we decided to do? We laid out the pink carpet for Mike Litterst with the National Park Service. We said if we put a chair here, make him really comfortable, maybe just maybe we can kind of keep this going a little bit.
Maybe hit peak bloom today, declare it.
You want to break some news
We can break some news right here live on the air,
Let's
but those trees are not cooperating. You know, we raced through the middle stages last week, every day, every other day. We had overperforming warm temperatures last weekend,
Right.
and then it got cold the middle part of this week. So, you know, the overnight lows are in the mid 30s. That takes a long time to recover from, and the trees have just sort of, you know, those cold temperatures are a momentum buster.
Yeah, and it sounds like we're still going to have the cooler temperatures tomorrow, but then Saturday, our meteorologist Caitlin McGrath is talking about 80.
80s,
So could
yeah.
that be the day? That has to
Yeah,
be the day.
I mean, if it's either tomorrow or it's Saturday.
Okay.
We hit those 80s, you know, early afternoon on Saturday. Those blossoms are just going to explode.
Mark, tell us what this is like for you. It's a perennial season for Washington. We contend there's no prettier city than this time of season. But boy, it has to be busy for our friends at the National Park Service, charged with making sure all of this is just the way it needs to be to welcome visitors from near and far.
You know, it is a lot of planning. It's everything from the tree crew getting around, making sure all 3,500 of the cherry trees are pruned and ready for peak bloom. It's all the logistics of working with, you know, transportation planning and what's the best way to keep traffic going and pedestrian flow. And then it's setting up the festival, of course, you know,
Right.
all the event tents that are over by the Martin Luther King Memorial, getting our Junior Ranger badges produced and ready to go. So yeah, it's all hands on deck. We start in earnest about January, and you know, we'll go, the festival ends on April 6th. Of course, then it takes us a week or so to break it down. Then we'll start on 4th of July planning.
Wow, no rest for the weary.
Well, before that, a big change this year, you also have the construction on the south side of the basin, right? The seawall.
Construction on the seawall is, folks are going to notice a little bit of impact on the south side of the tidal basin, but it's really exciting. They're on schedule. They're a little ahead of schedule. There's more than 500 feet of new seawall already in place, and it's so far above the water line, which is exactly what we're
Fingers
to do.
right?
And with any luck, by this time next year, everything will be done, and we'll be replanting more than 260 new cherry trees to fill in the ones that were lost.
We're looking for Stumpy's family
Yes,
to
we
make a little
are.
comeback.
You know, we see lots of people taking pictures out here, and we know that we've been communicating to everybody, don't touch the blooms, but I've seen some people draping their coats over the branches and then taking the pictures. That still counts for touching the blooms,
Yeah, but
right?
you know, best rule of thumb is, you know, to take nothing but photographs, leave nothing but footprints. You know, touching the blossoms, even inadvertently, you can damage a frail branch. Hanging coats, climbing the trees. A lot of these trees are a lot older and a lot more frail than they appear. So yeah, just admire from a respectful distance.
A lot of folks go all out for those photos down
They
here.
sure do. I've seen some wardrobe changes.
Taken plenty
People
myself.
taking coats
That's right.
off, and it's like a gown.
A whole shoot, lights and all.
Right.
All right. Mike Litterst with the National Park
So
Service,
great
thank
to
you so
see
much.
you.
Pleasure.
We hope you
Thanks.
get some rest during this period as well. We know it's busy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, we've been talking about this forecast, and Saturday is going to be a big day. Should
that's
we
right.
just jump from now to Saturday, Caitlin? What do you think?